everybody, and welcome to Pomeroy Art Academy's Breakfast Club. I'm your instructor, John Pomeroy, and in this Breakfast Club, I'm going to show you how to animate a basic walk. In creating a walk, you know what you want to think in terms of the character. Is it a spunky walk? Is it a sad walk? Is it an energetic walk? Is he a villain? Is she a princess? All of these things come into play when you're thinking of the mechanics and the locomotion of a basic walk. You know, if they're proud, chest out, swinging the arm and arm back and forth proudly. What I'm going to be doing is just your basic generic up and down, arm swinging, step to step walk. With that in mind, let's see, eye line, there's his muzzle, there's his eye, eyebrow, forehead, ear placement, mouth, teeth, and then his arms. This will be the landing, this will be, I think this will be the up position. So I'm going to lower this ground plane just a little bit. If this is the up position, there's his right leg and foot facing us. And then this foot would be usually up in the air, traveling forward. Now, it's important to know that this is a cycle, and because it is, I will be animating in place. So the character will be placed in the middle, and his feet will slide as he is walking. To give you the appearance that he is traveling, the background that's usually shot behind there, that will be moving, but he is animated fixed in place. That way you can see the articulation of the feet and the arms and all the action a lot better. So there is our up position. This, I'm going to call this drawing number 1. And then there will be a down position. And I will call this drawing number 5. And so the down position, we want to feel the gravity. The head will move down ever so slightly. Walks that I've done in the past, I usually get too much action on the head and the up and down. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it nice and subtle, but I want you to feel the weight. So this down position, we will see his foot has traveled back from here to here. Drawing number, if I have a timing chart here, drawing number 3 would be right in the middle. So the foot, edge of the foot, we've got the edge of the foot on drawing 1, we've got the edge of the foot on drawing number 5, 3 would be right in the middle. Now the arm would swing out in front. There's the shoulders. The arm is swinging around and out in front. There's the bottom of his little turtleneck, his tummy. And you would see the landing on the far side. This would be the left foot. And we would see the tail landing like so. There's his nose, eye, muzzle and mouth. ears, back of his head, little hair on the top of his head. So there's the down position. So we have up position, down position. Now, here's kind of an easy part. We have one stride here that's happening. One stride and up and down. So the next stride, in order to complete the cycle, would be basically almost a trace back of these, except for the feet. They would be in the opposite position. So the next down position, I'm going to just lightly trace. The head of drawing 5. Now the arms also would be different. The body's the same, tail is the same, but the arm, oh, by the way, on the down position of the arm on 5, you'll see part of the arm on the other side. Sorry I missed that. So the arm facing us, there's the fist, there's the arm facing us, and the arm on the other side be right about there. So this is the down. Not sure what the number on this would be. I think, let's see, I'll figure that out as I get to the next stride. So the leg on this stride would be forward. The right foot is forward. There's the rear end, and then his leg on the other side. See the underside, a little bit of the foot would be right about there. So it's a flip, a reversal of that situation. Now the mirror of the up position. Let me rough that out. Ground plane, up position, there's his eye, brow, nose, muzzle, ear, top lock of hair, there's his body, little teardrop body. His arm would be dropping down on this side too. Neck of his turtleneck. And then we would see the leg on this side being lifted up on this side. The right leg would be lifted up, and then the far leg, the left leg, would be placed down. In up position. Okay, there's the up position on that. So we've got drawing 1, we've got drawing 5. From that down position we have up, and then we've got our down position. Now I can figure out my numbers. And I would put a rough timing chart in between each of these. So 5, and I think my next my next up position is drawing number 9. So I would have an in between that I would call 7, and from 9 to 13, this would be drawing 13, and I would have my in between there as drawing 11. Now, going back into my cycle, from the down position into up position number 1, I would have a timing chart that would read like this. From 13 into drawing 1, and there would be a transitional drawing going from this down position into this up position, and that would complete the cycle, and I would call that drawing 15. So now we have all of the basics for a walk cycle, and I would put in my in-betweens. I've got the up and down movements. Let's take the first one. And I will just quickly lay in there a breakdown. That would be drawing number 3 coming up. Actually, it's going down, I'm sorry. This drawing would be of him. The foot would be traveling from that to that, so my foot would be right in the middle, right about there, traveling and sliding back, because he's being animated in place, like I described to you earlier. And then the arm, neckline is right there. Head is right about there. And arm is starting to swing out and around. So it's swinging around this way. Now, a quick little thing, the foot is now starting to come forward and catch itself, so it'll kick out. It'll be a straight foot kicking straight out to catch itself. We would start to see the arm on the far side coming around into view. And also, this is a moment where you can get a little bit of fluidity on your walk, because he's coming down, and yet the inertia and energy may push the tip of his nose up, where we get some drag on the nose. Just a little bit. Makes it nice and fluid. So we're going to drag that nose just a little bit as it comes down. The ears would drag. The whole cranium is like shifting just a little bit because of the inertia of him coming down and that nose dragging up just a little bit, just a touch. Okay, there's our stride right there, and then what we want is him picking up his foot on this side. That would be drawing 7. His head is going up. And now also, the inertia, the energy that is causing him to go up will drag his nose down to get a little bit of extra overlap. So I'm going to drag the nose down just a little bit. Eye line. Facial mask, the ears. And that arm is swinging back now. Rough that in. And then this leg is kicked off now and is starting forward in its arc. And then the leg on the other side, the far left leg, that is traveling back from this to this, so the foot would be moving about that much. And then the arm on the other side, you barely see. It's traveling behind the body. So that gives you one complete stride. And you would continue with these drawings on the next stride from drawing 9 to 13, and then from 13 back into 1 again. Now we've got this kind of basically completed. So let's take a look at the final pencil test. So you can see the articulation of the feet, you can see it moving in place, the up and down, the little fluid action on the head, just the drag and the overlap. All these elements make for a good, basic, generic walk. And I hope that gives you an idea for a future walk on your own character. And I enjoyed teaching you once again on Breakfast Club, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.